Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Brandon. I just wanted to address something that I get asked a lot about and probably should get asked more about, and that's nutrition. Uh, a lot of people love to work out and feel good, but in order for, and that's great, okay, but in order for like your health to be optimized to for your work to show like you want it to show, nutrition is, you've heard the cliche. It's 70% is nutrition, 80% is nutrition. I don't think it's that much, but the point is it's very important. Okay, you can't outwork a poor diet. Let's. I got reached out by one of the Kettlebell Collective members recently and said I've lost 2 belt sizes since starting, which is awesome. I'm getting in the best shape of my life. Also awesome. First off, thanks. Second off, what do I need to do with my diet to capitalize on health and gains? I know I need to weight up in kettlebells, but I've always struggled with diet and healthy gains. I'm 180 pounds and need new pants, belt, etc. Thoughts. Okay, so there's a lot in that question. Okay, oftentimes it's I want to lose more, not gain more. But my point is, if you understand some basic principles about nutrition, you can be empowered to go figure this stuff out um, on your own and with some help. I mean, I'll guide the ship, but I'm really about education and empowerment. I'm not about creating meal plans for people, because as soon as that meal plan goes away and they haven't been empowered and educated, they're just going to fall back to old patterns. Okay, it's a short-term fix. A meal plan is. Okay, I wanted to share something. I'm going to share a whiteboard, but let me get into that in a second. So here's a couple things I want you to remember. Calories are king, but macros matter. Okay, in the end of the day, all diets and fads aside, okay, calories are king, meaning if you want to lose fat and or weight, you must burn more than you consume. Okay, there's no way around it. In order for you to gain weight, you must consume more and gain muscle. You must consume more than you burn. Calories are king, okay? And there's been studies and case studies and all sorts of stuff on the first law of, or is it the second law? One of the thermodynamics laws, where that's how energy works in our body, okay? You can lose weight on a diet of Oreos so long as you burn more than you bring in. Now, is that optimizing health? No. But even that study shows that your health improves by losing excess body fat that your body doesn't want. Okay? That's my point on calories are king, because in the end of the day, that's what matters to drive the needle up or down with your weight. Now, of course, that's not just the healthiest way to do it. Okay, so that's the second piece. Macros matter. Okay, now macros can kind of help you shift. It can aid in body composition. Okay, calories are king. If you just do calories, you can lose weight, you can gain weight, but not always in the composition that you desire. Okay, so that's where training and macros and all these other things begin to fall into play with your body composition, which is ultimately the biggest, one of the biggest determining factors in your overall health is your body composition, not your weight. Okay, so calories are king, macros matter. Here's the thing about macros is most adult Americans aren't active enough to warrant a high carb diet. Okay, so what I tend to recommend is more of a moderate to controlled carbohydrate with higher protein. And here's the reason why. Protein has a number of key benefits that I think most people can benefit from. And eating higher amounts of protein is incredibly safe for 99% of people. Protein is necessary for not only maintaining and or gaining lean mass, but it's also important for protein turnover for all organs and health systems in our body. Okay, it's not just about muscle. Additionally, eating more protein. So protein is harder to digest, not in a bad way, than carbs and fat. Okay, what does that mean? It means it's a natural thermogenic. It means you burn more calories by eating protein because your body has to work harder to break it down. Okay, it's not like you burn an extra 1,000 calories a day because of that, but it's 100 calories maybe. But compounded over the course of a year, that adds up to be a lot. Additionally, protein is the macronutrient that satisfies you the most from a hunger standpoint, so it keeps you full. Okay. Fourthly, if that's even a word, is our body stores protein and amino acids poorly. So we must feed it continually throughout the day. That's why I encourage people to eat every three-ish hours, because our body starts to run out of using those amino acids. And if you don't feed it continually, this is my biggest argument against fasting, is if you don't feed it continually, it will draw from your lean muscle tissue because it has no other place to get it. Okay, so that's my argument for protein. Carbohydrates are obviously important, namely for vitamins, minerals, and fiber that come in the form of vegetables and fruit. Starchy carbs, we can certainly eat those too. It's just we don't want to eat too much. We want to eat enough to support our activity, but not to spill over into fat. Okay, so I'm going to break this down. I'm going to share my screen with you. And fats are kind of like the motor oil for our body. Okay, we want to make sure we're getting more unsaturated fat, not trans fats, and some saturated fat is actually okay. Okay. And usually when we eat enough protein in the amounts I'm going to kind of guide and recommend, I'm not prescribing here, usually your fat falls into play. And I'm always a fan of supplements in some of these categories too. Maybe I'll talk about that in a second. But I'm going to share the whiteboard here real quick. It might look like chicken scratch because I don't have a stylus. So I'm just going to be writing with my finger here, so bear with me. But calories are king, macros matter. Here's a couple things about macros, okay? Here's our protein. Here's our carb. Here's our fats, okay? Protein are 4 calories per gram. Carbs are 4 calories per gram. Fat, 9 calories per gram. Fats are the most calorically dense macronutrient, okay? Again, one of my biggest arguments against keto. Again, so I mean, any diet pattern can work for people if that's what they really works for them. I just don't think it's optimal. But you can easily gain weight eating a high-fat diet. And when you eat low protein, you're going to lose muscle, which is what a ketogenic diet typically does. And so it's just a recipe, I think, long-term for a bad body composition. I digress. So this is fundamental in understanding. So I'm going to erase that. Erase. Clear. There we go. Clear my drawings. Okay. So what I tend to do in recommending people is if you're looking to get stronger, lean out, a good ratio of macros. Draw. Oh, now I'm drawing lines. Oh boy, sorry. I should have practiced a little more. Clear my drawings. Just want to draw. I don't want to draw lines. I just, text maybe? No? Oh my gosh. What darn option did I have to begin with? Draw. Is that the squiggly line here? Okay, that's what it is. Sorry about that. Okay, so I tend to recommend a 30, 30, 40 split. That's protein, carbs, and fat. Here's the reason why, because it makes protein and carbohydrates a 1-to-1 ratio. It's easy for tracking, okay? The other thing is track. Make sure you track, okay? Most people have zero awareness of nutrition. So tracking in an app like MyFitnessPal gets you familiar with your calorie load. And then also, because you're tracking, you get to look at your macronutrients. You get to see, holy crap, I really don't eat enough protein. Or, wow, I eat way too many carbs. Or I snack way too often. It's a great awareness tool. Until you develop awareness, a lot of times people are like, man, I'm eating healthier, but I ain't seeing the results I want. You can eat healthy and still gain weight because your remember, calories are king. Okay, oh, I'm eating these avocados, I'm eating more protein, I'm eating all these healthy carbohydrates. Yeah, but you're still eating too much. It happens all the time. So you have to develop an awareness of your caloric load and your macronutrients. So tracking is an awareness tool. Okay, it's like a teacher. You hand in a homework assignment and they write red marks on it and you go, oh, and you learn. That's what tracking's like. So don't go, oh, I hate tracking. That's a lazy excuse. You have to develop an awareness. Down the road, you may not have to track. I don't have to track every single day because I know from tracking that I know roughly about the food quantity and types because I went through that process and I learned. And every time I want to dial it in to get better results, I begin tracking again and the results happen. Okay, so track. Don't be lazy. All right, so 30, 30, 40, protein, carbs, fat usually leads to like a 1-to-1 ratio. Now, let's break this down for a second. So if I have 30% protein, this is just a basic mathematical example, so you can do this on your own, and there's 2,000 calories. That's my goal for calories, okay? I'm going to take 30% times 2,000, okay? So those of you that struggle with math, you're just going to take 2,000 times 0.3, okay? That equals 600 calories. Then you have to divide that by 4 because remember from the previous drawing, there's 4 calories per gram. So this is going to get you into grams. 600 divided by 4 equals 150. Now, the easy thing is carbohydrates, this is already done for you as well because 30% carb is the same calculation. So that would be 150 grams of carbs. Okay, I'm going to clear this because it's 150, 150. Now fat, remember, is 9 calories per gram. So if I'm going to take 40% of my diet times 2,000, all right, I get 800 calories. And then I got to divide that by 9. And we basically get 89 grams of fat. Clear all drawings. So I have 150, 150, and 89 protein, carbs, and fat. So that's a breakdown of a 30, 30, 40 on 2,000 calories. Now, how many calories should I have? Well, what's your goal? Is it to gain weight? Is it to lose weight? Is it to gain muscle or lose fat is a better way to put it. Okay, so that's going to determine how many calories you're going to have. Okay, so if you're looking to lose body fat, typically you're going to take your body weight times, if you're active, times that by 12. There's your calorie load. If you're looking to maintain, go times 14. If you're looking to gain, go 16 to 18. Okay, your body weight times that. All right, and then do these numbers, and then you're good to go. Okay, maybe I should do that real quick. Clear, Clear my drawings. To lose fat equals body weight times, if you're active, which you are, 12. Maintain body weight times 14. Gain body weight times 16. And remember, that's a starting point. And if you begin tracking, you'll see how your body responds. Sometimes you need to eat more, sometimes you need to eat less. But unless you have, if you don't have any awareness or accountability on that topic, it's just a crapshoot. It's just a crapshoot. And then you fall down these diet patterns. Well, I'm just gonna go no carb. Hey, I lost weight because you lost body water. And then now you think low carb works or no carb works. No, that's not. No. In the end of the day, calories are king, macros matter. I hope that helps a ton. And feel free to reach out for help anytime. God bless you.